There's something enticing about the idea of not having to use your own money to pay for something. Or even better still, using somebody else's money to pay for something and then not having to pay for it until a later date. But you know what they say? When something seems too good to be true, it usually is too good to be true. Today we're going to talk about credit cards and why I hate them. Let's go. What's going on, people? It's your boy Kelechi back with another video. If this is your first time around these parts, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoy anything that I talk about in this video, hit that like button. Turn it blue. You know you like my face. Or maybe you like my voice. Well, right now my voice sounds very clogged up, so you probably don't like my voice that much. But regardless, first of all, no, I do not have the Rona. Before anybody starts insinuating anything in the comments, no, I don't have the Rona. Anyway, moving on from there. Yeah, in this video, we're just gonna talk about credit cards and why I hate them. But before we can talk about that, we gotta have a backstory on my history with credit cards. So, I didn't always hate credit cards. I really had like a I don't really care about credit cards type of view initially. I've always hated owing people money, so credit cards was one of those things that I never really thought I would have in my life initially. However, you know the advice you get when you're leaving home and you start meeting people and people start telling you to think about your future and think about your life. They give you usually two advices when it comes to money, like pretty much the most basic advice that you get. One, make sure you're saving your money, and then two, make sure you get a credit card early and you start buying, guess what it is? Buy gas. All you need to do, buy gas once times a month, swipe it and pay for it immediately so you can start building your credit so one day you can buy a house. These were the two pieces of information that you're given about money, and that's all you needed to know about money. Now I'm just like, man, I wish a lot of people taught me a lot more stuff, but you know what? They did the best that they could and they could share at the time. I took those pieces of advice and I ran with it. I was never really bad with money. I usually, if I wanted to get something, I would save up for it. I started learning about sales. I remember to buy a video game, I would never buy a video game when it first came out. I would wait for Black Friday and cyber sales, and then I'll be able to get it for like $30 to $40 cheaper. So I was always somebody who never really tried to like buy full price for anything or tried to just spend my money any which way. I tried to save before I went to go buy stuff. So that was always my practicality with it. But with the credit card situation, what happened was I got a Discover It card. Why did I get a Discover It card? Answer is very simple. They offered $25 for me to open the account. And as you guys know, I never pass up an opportunity to get some free money. Free money! And so I opened the account. Recommendation from my sister. And plus it was a student account. I only had like a limit of like $500 or something like that. Which, as a college student, $500 is a lot of money. But at the same time, when I opened the account, I was working as a co-op, which if you're in college right now, do co-ops. Do co-ops. It's gonna extend the time that you're in school. However, it's a great learning experience. You learn a whole lot. And by the way, you make a lot of money. That's how I was able to pay for a lot of stuff in college, was I made a good amount of money doing co-ops. So definitely do co-ops if you can, but that's a side note. So I got the credit card and I started using it. You know, I didn't really like swipe it all willy-nilly. I was still primarily using my debit card to handle most things. And then because I got the credit card, I started getting one of these things. A transaction register. Actually, I use this and I've still been using these things, and it's the way that I balance my accounts till this day. I mean, I have a boatload of them for each account that I have, which we're gonna have to talk about the amount of debit and checking accounts that I have open just because of free money. But regardless, we're not gonna talk about that today. But regardless, because I was using the credit card, I could never actually know what my true balance in my account was. So I started using this. But here comes the problem though. There is an allure and a beauty in the fact that, hey, I can swipe this card right now. I know I don't have the money for this thing, but I don't have to pay it off until later on. And so if I swipe this card, I kind of can use somebody else's money to pay for this and not worry about it until I get paid. And it's like a small thing that creeps in. It's not really like, it's not like you go buy a massive thing. It's like you going out with your friends, knowing that you don't have money to eat, And then you decide I can just put it on my credit card. And that's what I started doing. And it was just like, I was just consistently using my credit card rather than my debit card, because when situations will come up like, oh, I don't have money for this thing. You know what, let me swipe this credit card real quick and I'll just pay for it once I get my check. And so I was living a lifestyle of a deficit. And all of this came to a head because what happened was, the other thing about a credit card that teases you is the idea of reward points. And you know me, I love free money, or what appeared to be free money. And the idea of a free point, like, hey, I just pay for this thing and I get points for it, so why not? And so that stuff started rolling in. It's like a snowball effect. It starts out small, but as the momentum goes, it gets bigger and bigger, like the exponential when it comes to investing. It starts out small, but as it goes bigger, it just kind of explodes. And that's exactly what happened to me. I started working, I had more money to spend, and guess what I was doing? Spending a whole lot more money with my credit card. And then I woke up one day and I was in over $10,000 of consumer debt. Nope, not student loans. Thank God for my parents and thank God for scholarships. Not student loans, but consumer debt. The most expensive kind of debt. I was in a $10,000 hole and I had to dig myself out in one way or another. And then I heard about Dave Ramsey. So we're not gonna talk about the Dave Ramsey and me getting out of debt. That's a story for another day. Let me know, do you wanna hear about that story? Put it down in the comments. Do you wanna hear about how I got out of that debt, how fast it took me to get out of it, and what I have to do to actually change my mindset with money? But we'll get into that video maybe another day if you guys actually put it down in the comments and give this video a like while you're down there. But regardless, we're talking about why I hate credit cards. And there are two main reasons I hate credit cards. First reason I hate credit cards is just the entire industry in and of itself. The entire idea that in order for me to be able to buy a house, I have to get debt in some other shape or fashion. Even though I've been paying my bills on time, even though I've been doing all these other things that show that I'm good with money, but no, that's not good enough. I have to show that I can borrow more money that I don't need in order to show you guys that I'm good with money. That doesn't make any sense. The second reason I hate credit cards is the allure of the cashback rewards. The allure of like, if I go into debt, but I'm getting the cash back, it's all worth it. It's never worth it. So no matter how much you try to play it, no matter how much you try to spin it, credit cards are costing you money. And as a matter of fact, I just had to put this out there because for some reason, a lot of people don't know about this, but there are debit cards that give you cashback bonus. For example, the Discover credit card or the Radius Bank debit card. I meant debit card, not credit card. Both of these actually give you cash back. In the case of Discover, it's 1%. In Radius's case, it's 1.5%. So both of these cards actually give you cash back. You don't have to go into debt just so you can earn some more free money. So that's all I got for y'all in this video. I know I'm gonna get flamed in the comments with people talking about, oh, but you can do this with a credit card, or you can do that with a credit card. I don't wanna hear it. I don't wanna hear it. Nobody tell me anything about credit cards and why they're great for me. They're not. They haven't done anything good for me. But that's just my experience. Again, personal finance, keyword personal. Make it work for you how you need it to work for you. But anyway, this has been your boy Kelechi. I hope y'all learned one, maybe two things out of this entire video. This has been longer than I like it to be, but still I hope y'all enjoyed it. And if you did, hit that like button. If you loved it, hit the subscribe button. But I'm gonna catch y'all up on the next one. Remember, generosity is always greater than greed. God bless each and every single one of y'all, and I'm out. Peace. Whoosh.